I switched it up today, and instead of wearing my black t-shirt, we got some blue
going on.
Where's that? Today is going to be another BTS themed tutorial inspired by YOONGI's mint slash blue hair, and this is the look I came up with to incorporate both the mint and the blue hair because, you know, he had both. So this is what I came up with. I really love it. I love blues, I love pinks, I love purples. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I have my face primed and my eyebrows done, but I don't have my eyes primed like in the other tutorials because I'm actually gonna take the white base, the usual white base that I always use, and map out the shape that I want for my eyeshadow. It's the same kind of angled shape that I want, but we're just focusing on, like, this look doesn't have crease shades, it's mainly just focusing on the lid, and I want to map that out with the white base. So you can use a little brush like that or like an angled brush and just pick your starting point. I start from the end, the inner corner, and just start mapping out the eye, kind of like that. So yeah, we're really only focusing on shadows on the lid for this look, not so much. And then obviously go in with your white base and fill it in. That's the shape I'm going for, and I'm happy with how high I made it. For reference, my crease is probably like right there. So like, even though, like I said, we're dealing with just lid colors, we're not gonna be applying stuff to the actual crease with like a crease brush. We're just dealing with applying the pigments onto the lid. So I'm gonna go do the other eye now. Before I set the base with powder and everything, this is what we're working with. Usually my left eye is like uneven with the right, but you know what, life goes on. Like BTS said, life goes on, because it's fine. Like always, just setting it with the LA Girl white powder. I'm going in with my usual matte for matte palette, just taking the first shade on my little shooky brush, just this little like fluffy brush. I'm just gonna sweep that on the lid as well, just to give a nice base for the shadows or pigments. Okay, the first shade I'm going in with isn't actually one of my pigments, but it's just this white shadow from the Norvina Volume 6 palette. It's just the A1 shade, taking my RJ brush from the cream shop. And this is a very pigmented white, and I'm going to apply that on the first third of my lid. This is a very nice white shade. Not like patchy or anything or chalky. And then with that applied, you can't tell too much since the base itself is white, but it's on there. And now we're moving on to the left eye, and again, just first third of your lid. I love all you can see is my eyes. And if you get like a little shadow above where you mapped it out with the base, it's very easy just to clean up with a little Q-tip. And now we're going to move on to the I'm going to apply on the second third of my lid is from Makeup a Murder, and it's one of the pastel ones. It's more of a greeny mint rather than a bluey mint, but in certain pictures he does have more of that greeny mint. It just depends on what picture you look at. So I still feel like this matches the mint pretty well. And on the same RJ brush, I just picked up some of the product, and to make blending of these colors a bit easier, I'm starting to put the color down on the end of where the white like stops, and then I'm gonna go out and apply this on the whole 2/3 or the second third of my lid. I just feel like how I did with the neon tutorials, placing the next color on top of where the other color ends makes blending easier. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Right eye is done. I really do like these pigments. I think they're really worth the money, especially since you don't need a lot of product. They can last you a long time. But now we're going to move on to the other. Starting where the white ended and then moving it out. The next pigment is just one of the regular neon pigments. It's this blue shade because he did also have the blue hair and the blue and the mint all together. Like that era of the hairstyle, like hair color. Nice. So I wanted to incorporate the blue, so I think this matches it pretty well. And I'm going to apply that on the last third of the lid. And I am applying this again on the same RJ brush, and again starting it where the mint color ended and then finishing it off And if you do, again, go outside the line of where you mapped out the base, you can always clean it up with Q-tips, which I'm going to do just to also sharpen up the edges a bit more. But for right now, I'm trying to stay as best as I can on the white base that I made. Okay, so I haven't cleaned up the edges yet or done the other eye, but this is what we're working with. Pretty happy with it. It reminds me of something. I don't know what it reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of those little plastic white cups, not plastic, like paper cups with the blue and like just the blue logo. I don't remember the brand, but it reminds me of that for some reason. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. To doing the other eye and just doing the same process, trying to stay on the white base as much as I can, and I can always go back and like the best makeup person on YouTube. I'm just kind of cleaning off the RJ brush and sweeping the colors kind of together to blend them through, because I just think that's the easiest method. So yeah, but make sure like the brush is kind of cleaned off before you do this. You don't want like random blue in the mint where it's not supposed to be, and random like mint in the white where it's not supposed to be, kind of. So make sure it's wiped off as best as you can. Going in with the micellar water or makeup wipe, whichever one, and I'm gonna go clean up around the edges. I'm actually going in with both the micellar water and the makeup wipe just because I do have fallout, because they're pigments. At the end of the day, you're gonna have fallout. So we can wipe to my little brow bone routine and take the first shade again in the Matte for Matte palette. Do they even still sell this palette? I don't know. I got it back in high school, like maybe 2015, 2016. Do they even still sell this? I think I remember it being $10, and I know e.l.f. like increased all their prices, so if they do sell this, I wonder how much it is. Unless like little sparkle on the brow bone, going in with my Fenty highlight. Usual. Why did I sound like that? And I'm also using my little Mong brush. Ain't it cute? Just realized I haven't used these brushes. Like I use like the Chimmy one and the Tata one the most, but then I'm like, how can I leave out the other members, the other characters? My trusty shadow stick from e.l.f. and Champagne Crystal. Gonna be putting that in my inner corner like usual. Ugh, I really do say usual like that. And then going in with the same highlight on the same Mong brush and just putting that on top for extra glue. Lash line, taking the Cookies and Dream shadow stick in Chill Zone from e.l.f. Yeah, Chill Zone Relax. And I'm just going to apply that on the lash line. This doesn't necessarily match the hair colors, but it's just the blue vibe, blue minty vibes that we're got going on in today's set. That shadow, taking the same Norvina palette and B1 in the palette. Hopefully, oh, there we go. It was really washed out. It's not exact match, but it's still kind of, it matches more of like the hair colors than the actual shadow stick. And I'm just kind of using it to set it. A little flat brush, by the way. Just wanting to set. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to line my waterline with black eyeliner or white eyeliner, but with the whole blues and white, I'm gonna actually do it with the white. I think it will look better. Well, actually black would look fine too, but personally for me, I'm gonna do the white. And it's from NYX, same one that I've been using. The same black pencil liner from Wet n Wild on my tight line. And I'm gonna do my lashes off camera. Before I do, y'all, we got a new tube of lash glue. It's my usual, oh, it's washed out, but it is the Kiss one. I ordered 2 tubes of it from Amazon, and bless Amazon Prime because it came in one day. I ordered it yesterday, it came today, and I was desperate because I was just scooping anything that came out of that tube. But I'm so happy to have a fresh tube. Let's open it together because I haven't opened it yet. It's like opening like a fresh tube of mascara. But yeah, I'm gonna do my lashes off camera, and y'all, this look just reminded me of something. It reminds me of toothpaste. That's what it reminds me of. Something about it gives me toothpaste vibes. Well, minty fresh breath, y'all. That's the name of this look. It's not a mint YOONGI hair, a YOONGI mint hair inspired makeup tutorial anymore. No, it's toothpaste. But anyways, let me do my lashes. Okay, lashes are on, and now I'm gonna move on to face, which majority of it will be done off camera. I am switching up a few of the products, like my blush and my highlight, but I'll show that when I get to it. but all the other products are the same from yesterday's look, the look before, and they will all be listed. I am switching up the blush that I'm using. In the other two videos, they were Rare Beauty Believe, and this is Rare Beauty Joy. It's a nice peachy shade. I've used it before in other tutorials, I can't remember, but it's just a nice peachy shade. Can you even tell? There we go. It's a nice peachy shade. It does look like really bright, but it blends out beautifully. I think this is a really nice peach shade for brown girls. It's very brown girl friendly. Not only this, peach for a brown girl I think is like a really good shade, so I'm gonna apply that on my cheeks, and that's what the blush looks like. Yes, do I like a lot of blush? I think we've been over this, and I'm also gonna put face powder over the top of this, which kind of kills the color a bit, but that's what we're working with. And honestly, it looks better in person. Joy looks like on my face after setting with powder. I think it looks quite nice, and that's why I don't mind applying a lot of the blush, because at the end of the day it's going to be blended out, it's going to be set with powder, and it's going to end up like this. So I always laugh at myself whenever I'm applying one of my liquid blushes, because yes, I'll admit I look like a clown, but this is what the result is. Now for my highlight, I am using the same Fenty highlighter, but instead of using my usual Wet n Wild powder highlighters, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills loose highlighter in So Hollywood. I don't know if they still sell this loose highlighter, but that's kind of what it looks like in the pot. And I'm gonna show y'all how it looks on my face. Can you see? There we go. I just shook the camera. The product that I applied in the pot, taking that on a highlighter brush, and I want to show y'all can see. It's like it's mainly gold. I don't have too much pink in it, but yeah, mainly gold. Ooh, that's really hitting the ring light quite nice. So yeah, I haven't used this or any of my Anastasia loose highlighters in forever. I usually just stick with the Wet n Wild ones or my Anastasia Dream Kit one. It's quite nice. Okay, with highlighter done and face set with makeup spray and all that stuff, so, again, all products will be down below. For lips, I'm switching it up again and doing, instead of just the regular Fenty Glow lip gloss, I'm doing the cream. Same peachy pink shade, just obviously more pink. I'm not doing liner with this look. My like brown lip liner, just gonna stick with my pink peachy lips, and that'll finish off the tutorial. Like a lighter lip matches the blue quite nicely. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the tutorial along with all the other BTS tutorials I've done this week. I hope y'all come back tomorrow for my J-Hope tutorial and all the other tutorials for the members. I don't know how many times I have said tutorial in the last like 10 seconds, but yeah, here's a close-up of the look. I really do like it. Blues are some of my favorite colors to work with. They can be kind of hard for me to work with. They sometimes turn out muddy, but I really do like this look, and I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media will be down below, along with all the products I use, along with a link to my last video. And I hope y'all have a great day, and bye.